So the question is, should you rent a mini digger? I think you should, and this is why. From a renter's point of view, let's get into it. So the big question is, obviously I've seen a lot of professional videos about these mini diggers on YouTube, but nothing really from the point of a person who wants to rent one. So the main reason I got one is just massively cheaper to rent one yourself. I think 4 days with this particular one in my area cost 260 quid, which I thought was great, because when I had a guy around here to quote me to use a mini digger for a day, they wanted 200 to 300 pound per day. So think about if he needs to be here for 3 days, or let's say 4 days, that's nearly £1,000 for 4 days work, when really 4 days of this is 260 plus some fuel, and I can just take my time. The only thing I will say is, if you think you need 3 or 4 days, just book an extra day to get used to it. So really it took me about probably within the first hour I'm driving it around normally, you know, getting used to the controls. Probably within the first half a day, you know, I was really like then I was used to it. Second day, really good. And then, you know, I'm just used to the controls. Obviously every little mini digger is slightly different. You know, this is a JCB one, but you can get loads of different ones, and all the controls are slightly different on all of them. So I think, as I say, if you think you need one for 3 or 4 days, book it for 4 or 5 days, you know, just in case you need an extra day to get used to it. And obviously try to time it when the sun is out, so you're not sloshing around and going crazy, because, you know, obviously if it's a bit slippery, maybe it's a little bit more harder to control, you know. But overall I found it really good, you know. I've managed to do everything I've needed to do in 3 days, which has saved me loads of money. Obviously I've been working quite a bit. I've been coming out at 8-9 in the morning, and, you know, having food and then starting, stopping sort of thing, but just getting it done. Overall though, this particular model, JCB 8800, I'll show you the controls. They're very basic, you know. So you've got your key to turn it on down here. Well, it's in my pocket. This is your forward and back, and then you go like that if you want to spin on the spot, or left and right. You just have to get one and get used to it. You got your two boom arms here. You got your front bulldozer blade there, and the throttle's over here as well. So overall, quite a simple little thing, you know. It's got all the gauges on it, you know. And really, you just have to kind of get used to it. Now, I've moved so much stuff over the last 2 or 3 days. You know, I've basically just graded this whole area, pulled it all back, flattened it all out. And that's a good thing with this, is because it can just get through all this. You know, it can compact it down as you're going along as well, which is really handy. So, you know, overall, I think if you're thinking about renting one, you know, from a renter's point of view, just go for it, I would say. Don't worry about it, because obviously I guess that is one of the concerns, like, oh, you know, can I drive it, whatever. Most people who drop them off, or companies, will show you the basics, how to get it going and do your thing, and then it's up to you. But as I say, get an extra day, enjoy it, because it is a lot of fun. Once you're on there, it's actually, you know, you don't really want to get off, you know. You're just kind of going around doing your thing. You know, even the missus is calling me and like, come on, it's time to have some food, or have you eaten today, you know, whatever. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting a mini digger, guys, and you've got the space and got the need and want for one, just do it. Don't worry about it. Enjoy life.